Well, I am good. I not have the privilege and honor of practicing frequently before the Honorable High Court of Gujarat. But now that I do have the opportunity, Lord, I consider myself privileged and humbled. Lord, I am making a mention, Lord, in regards to a matter that rightfully should have been listed before my Lord's bench. That rightfully, my Lord, should have been listed either before my Lord's bench.
No, we are not able to hear you, sir.
Am I audible now, my Lord?
Yes.
My Lords, I am making a mention regarding a matter that came up before the 16th Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Desai, on the 28th of September, but which, my Lord, if I may very respectfully submit, and by using very carefully chosen words, through contrived stage management, though that petition should have been listed before your Lordship's court, being a contempt matter, or should have been listed before the 10th court, being an Article 227 matter, or should have been listed before the 21st court, being a company's matter, simply by the rules of writing 226 and IBC, it was contrived to be stage managed to be listed before Honorable the 16th court. And, my Lords, on 28th September, it was listed on the basis of a mentioning made on 27th September, where the petition was filed on 27th September morning, and the YouTube video shows that at 1:35, the mentioning was done by the petitioner, and, my Lord, very strangely, Honorable Advocate General, appearing for a private party, supported the mention for listing on 28th September, and, my Lord, because of the mention made, no observance was given by the learned registry officials as to whether it's a 226 matter, whether it's a 227 matter, whether it's a contempt matter, whether it's a company's matter, because they believe that the Honorable Judge may have already verified this aspect of the matter. Now, my Lord, I have simply filed an application today seeking recall of that order on the ground that it was passed quorum non judice, because my Lord is the master of the roster. My Lord will decide which Honorable Judge will take up what class of matters. And as per my Lord's roster, that matter was not destined for 16th court. But the contrivance was, not only did, sir, now, please, sir, please.
No,
sir,
the word
sir,
contrivance is
I'll
not
repeat
correct.
it. I've said it in black and white. My Lord, the representation has been given to learned registrar, and I believe he's tabling it before my Lord this evening. And I repeat the word contrivance because to show the flavor of Article 226 which would be the 16th court's jurisdiction, R1 was Union of India, acting through Regional Director, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The background, my Lord, is that this is a challenge to a contempt petition filed before Honorable NCLT.
So what do you want?
Listing tomorrow, my Lords. My recall application.
Before whom?
My Lord, it will go before that court and he will recall the order and then it will be placed before my Lord for a placement before appropriate bench.
Mr. Counsel, rightly or wrongly, the learned single judge has exercised the power, right? 1 second. Now you are asking for recall of that order.
My Lord.
Right? That recall has to be done by whom? By
my
that
Lord,
court.
with the utmost of respect, it has to be done by his court, which is why, my Lord, all that I
So
must...
go and mention before that learned single judge.
My Lord,
he will take it up.
My Lord, I tried
he or she will take it up.
My Lord, I tried to make a mention, but without hearing me fully as to what is my justification for the urgency, Honorable Judge was pleased to decline. Now, my Lord, it's my...
Challenge that order.
My Lord, with due respect...
Challenge that order.
My Lord, with due respect, my Lord, this is pertaining to a matter where the discretionary swing is over 10,000 crores.
No, Mr. Counsel. Dropping of the names, dropping of the figures, dropping of the quantum of money involved will not make any difference to us.
I am not doing it to sway your Lordship.
10,000 crores or 10,000 lakh crores.
My Lord,
how does it matter to us?
All I am humbly requesting is, my Lords,
to us only cause of justice matters, nothing else.
My Lord, the sign behind my Lord clearly says, my Lord, that the law is the king of kings.
Yes.
And when it comes to allocation of matters, my Lord is king.
Yes.
My Lord has framed the roster. The roster has to be abided.
We are all the slaves of the law. We administer the law. That's all.
My Lord, but what has happened is a petition filed on 27th September scrutinized within 2 hours. And the computer CST clerk writes code 496 overriding my Lord's roster. So the CST clerk in effect defines the roster.
Mr. Counsel, with your rich experience, you know, starting from Surya Devi's case,
my Lord,
this 226 and 227 is a dichotomy. which can be created by
It's
fiction.
been overruled in Shobinath, my lords.
All
Surya Devi has been
so-
overruled.
Yes. So now all these matters, whether it is 226 or whether it is 227, only when it comes for judicial scrutiny, we will decide.
My lord, so
By artificial intelligence, if the cleverness, the drafting cleverness, if it is exhibited,
my lord,
it will be the duty of the judges to take out
my lord,
whether it is 226 or 227.
absolutely, my lord. I am
We will-
simply, my lords, giving the color of the painting that to make it a 226 matter and 16th court matter, R1 was Union of India, who has no role to play in the matter.
You may brush it with a paint which you seek or feel that it is the best brush. The other side may feel that his brush is best. So
Well,
let the learned single judge decide.
My lord, so that is exactly my point, my lords. That is
He-
exactly my point. I am losing 2 crores a day because learned single judge, on the basis of a cursory examination on the last date of hearing, as far as the merits is concerned, simply question the propriety of the NCLT proceeding, that NCLT appears not to have had the full record before issuing notice. So all I want, my lord, is an application that either recall and release before the appropriate bench, or I'm saying allow the petition. Direct NCLT, do not commit this impropriety. Make sure you have the record and then decide the matter.
Counsel,
How
you-
can there be a more-
It was argued for 3 hours, after which orders
Not on
were
merits,
passed.
my lord. Not on merits. It was simply on the. My lord, what happened was one member NCLT was sitting in Indore.
We'll see on the administrative.
My lord, so
side.
all I'm saying, my lord, all I'm
Sir,
saying is I'm not
yes.
asking your lordship to decide any matter. All I'm humbly requesting, my lord, humbly praying so that the dignity of the judicial process
We'll
that
see.
sign behind my lord
My
is respected not just in letter and in spirit. Please kindly allow my application
We'll
to come
see.
up tomorrow.
We'll
That is
see.
all I'm asking.
Now
Lord,
that-
can
My
I
lord,
just-
learned single judge will decide.
My lord, can I just make one statement? 2 times a request was made today behind our back, without my being informed about the applications having been filed.
My lords, with the utmost of respect,
Applications are not served on us. They are sought to be circulated. We were not intimated when they mentioned before the single judge. Single judge has refused circulation. And this is the position.
he has said, my lord, that if the registry list, we will hear it. Now, I've spoken to the registrar. He said there's a waiting queue of 4 or 5 days. That can only be jumped by Honorable Chief Justice.
No,
So-
what is the number?
My lord, SCA 19537 of 2022. ArcelorMittal versus Union of India. I'm sorry, ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India Limited versus
You are
Union of India.
appearing for whom?
I'm appearing for the party who is the actual shareholder, whose shareholding has been effaced through fraud committed by ArcelorMittal. So I have initiated certain proceedings before Honorable NCLT.
All.
They may be good or bad. If there was some lack of propriety, Honorable Judge may please set aside the NCLT order and direct NCLT with a warning that do this, and adjudicate it in accordance with law. That is all I'm asking.
My lord, it's a writ of prohibition on the ground that NCLT does not have jurisdiction.
We'll see. If possible, we'll find out what is the position and then we'll look into it. If possible, on the administrative side, if it is within my limited powers, we'll exercise. Otherwise, no.